watching a global celebration of all things Notre Dame, where we invite you to watch, connect, give, and vote. This is Notre Dame Day, live from the La Fortune Student Center.
Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to our 18th hour of Notre Dame Day, a global celebration of the University of Notre Dame. If you've been watching since yesterday, thanks for tuning in. We promise you this hour's broadcast will not disappoint. My name is Maureen McFadden, and joining me is my brother and fellow WNDU broadcaster, Terry McFadden. Thanks for joining us here, Terry.
Well, hey, I wouldn't do it without you. And by the way, Mo here is going to be helping us celebrate this Notre Dame Day. We're making history here today. This is the first time in history of this university, and I believe any college or university across the country, that we're broadcasting live online for a remarkable 29 straight hours. No one else has done that. It's being done right now. We're at the La Fortune Student Center where, well, I fell asleep a few times trying to study right here in the heart of the Notre Dame campus, just a few yards from the main building, the Golden Dome. And this will be our broadcast headquarters for the next 12 hours. Yeah, we got 12 hours to go. And we're going to be celebrating all things Notre Dame with students, parents, friends, and of course, the Subway alums and friends around the world.
And we certainly have some great stories this hour. We'll have a performance by the world champion Irish dance team from Notre Dame and St. Mary's, and we'll meet some of the rectors that play such an important role in our students' lives.
Keep our sons in line.
Exactly.
All right, right now we're going to jump to a different part of the United States with a live video chat. And joining us now is Notre Dame trustee and fellow of the university's board, Father Tim Scully from Tucson. And Father Scully, can you hear us? Okay, where are you in Tucson, and how are you celebrating Notre Dame Day?
We're in Tucson, Arizona, at a great Catholic elementary school called St. John the Evangelist, where we have a Notre Dame Ace Academy here. We took the responsibility for this school over as a university, together with 3 others in Tucson. They're called Notre Dame Ace Academies, as you can see, leading children to college and heaven. When we took the school over, Terry, a couple years ago, there were 106 students here, and the school was about to close. Today, there are 260 students here, and our kids are reading at the, our first graders are reading at the 90th percentile. So this is a little miracle, and we're really celebrating this school today and celebrating the spirit of Notre Dame, where we ought to be out in the streets.
Father Scully, what is the mission, tell us, of the Alliance for Catholic Education?
Maureen, I'm having a hard time hearing you at this point.
All right, well, we just wanted to talk a little bit more about the mission of ACE, if you can hear me.
She's talking about the mission of the Alliance for Catholic Education.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, the mission of the Alliance for Catholic Education is pretty simple. We were founded 2 decades ago to strengthen and transform Catholic schools across the United States and even today across the world. So we're present, Maureen, in about, oh gosh, I don't know, hundreds of schools. We have thousands of teachers and principals and school leaders, superintendents who have been formed by the Alliance for Catholic Education through our several master's degree programs. Our young people receive a master's degree and an initial licensure for teaching. We have 100 new teachers beginning this summer at Notre Dame, so we have 200 at any given point. We have 100 principals, and honestly, over the last 20 years, we've been privileged to serve, oh gosh, hundreds of thousands of Catholic school students. So we're really excited about this part of our mission. We were founded 20 years ago to strengthen and transform these schools, and you can kind of see a fun little bus here. The bus has the slogan, "Fighting for Our Children's Future," and we've been celebrating our 20th anniversary by visiting all of our partner schools. This is our 41st stop here in Tucson, Arizona. We've been in 41 cities and in hundreds of schools, really celebrating our partners and bringing the spirit of Notre Dame to these schools and our partners around the country. We have another, let's see, I think we have another 9 or 10 cities to go. From here, we go to Orange County, Santa Ana, California, and Los Angeles. We move up to the Bay Area, San Francisco. We'll be in Stockton and Modesto. We'll be in Sacramento and Portland, and we wrap up the whole tour in a beautiful little town called Seattle, Washington. So we're in the middle of this bus tour, bringing the spirit of Notre Dame out to our partners across the country.
That's wonderful, Father Scully. And you have a reputation for enjoying the finer things of life, particularly the arts, music, and things of that nature. And I understand you have some friends there to play us a tune.
We sure do, Terry. Thanks for pointing it out. Let me introduce you to the world-famous St. John the Evangelist mariachi band, who want to serenade the global Notre Dame community for you this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notre Dame is flourishing in Tucson and throughout the Southwest through the Alliance for Catholic Education and the great gifts that Notre Dame shares with these wonderful children.
Thank you, Father Scully. That was just beautiful, very entertaining. And by the way, the weather's a lot nicer where you are. But good luck on this tour of the country. Happy Notre Dame Day.
All right, Father Scully, better put a little sunscreen on there.
Yeah, it looked warm.
All right, well, now we're focusing on a student tradition that everyone can celebrate, food. Notre Dame Day reporter Allie Preedy is standing by on campus where it looks like students are enjoying the Notre Dame Celebration Day. And Allie, where are you on campus specifically?
Terry, I'm here at North North Dining Hall, and as you can see, the students are celebrating Notre Dame Day with a special picnic-style lunch. And with me, I have Chef Greg Larson, who helped prepare all the lunches for the students today. So, Chef, how many sandwiches will you be making today?
Well, right now we're at 200 2-foot subs, which roughly gives us 1,900 slices. And that's vegetarian sandwiches, which we kept vegan for our guests today, turkey, and also ham. So I'm not sure what the last number will be, but as of right now, we're about 1,900 portions.
Wow, that's great. So what is your role with Notre Dame Food Services?
Well, my primary role is the unit chef here at North Dining Hall. So I oversee the day-to-day operations for the student meals, which is about 5,000 meals a day here at North. I also oversee the training table. So we do all sports training table as well as for our football team. And then we also produce a large amount of catering currently out of this building, so I help oversee that as well.
Well, you've got a lot of jobs to take care of, don't you?
A lot of good opportunities to learn and grow and have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay. So how much of Notre Dame's food is produced locally?
Well, that's a hard answer to give because it's so seasonal, but I can tell you as much as possible. We work very hard to get as much local produce from our vendors that we can, especially when things are in season, like fresh sweet corn, watermelon, a lot of different melons, strawberries, tomatoes. We try to serve that as much as possible. In fact, our Notre Dame garden, where our culinarians run that, we were able to produce 2 tons of tomatoes 2 years ago. We were able to service to our retail establishments. So you can't get more local than that.
No, you can, and that all sounds like great food. And Notre Dame has a reputation for great dining hall food. So how do you keep creating new and exciting dishes?
Well, we put a lot of effort into training our culinarians. So we created a council of chefs where all our chefs on campus get together, discuss the problems and opportunities to better the food service establishment. We actively pursue learning, competition, and traveling to different colleges, see what they're doing. There's a lot of amazing food done at the collegiate level right now. So we're ranked very high up there, but our goal is to be number 1. So.
And do you have any feedback from students?
Yeah, we actually have a text and tell, which is something we do here at North Dining Hall, where they just can pick up a phone and text us and say, we like what you're doing, we don't like what you're doing, and we're able to respond immediately to that. We have meetings with our student managers and kind of listen to what they have to say, as well as just walk the floors, meet our guests, greet our guests, and see what they have to say. They usually let us know. So.
That's great. And I know this is going to be a very tough question for you to answer, but which dining hall is better, North Dining Hall or South Dining Hall?
That's not a fair question. So, I can tell you that they both have very unique characteristics that make them both very special. South Dining Hall is a gorgeous building. They do a lot of great food there. North Dining Hall is a little bit more modern. We try to kind of, experiment a little bit. But as far as working with North and South, I work very closely with their people. They work very closely with us. We try to create our menus that are very similar, try to create specials that are similar, and try to, put out very, very unique food, but, kind of in line with each other. But it's just the atmosphere, the setting. They both have a very unique charm about them. So
that's all.
Give you an answer. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, thank you very much for coming and joining us and celebrating Notre Dame Day with us.
Thank you, Allie, for being here.
So come on down to North Dining Hall and celebrate Notre Dame Day with our picnic-style lunch. And Maureen, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. And right now we're happy to feature very special people who make Notre Dame the unique place that it is. We're proud to welcome 2 Notre Dame rectors, Margaret Morgan and Katie Patterson. And joining them is Father Pete McCormick, a former rector and chaplain for the Notre Dame men's basketball team. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Margaret, I'm going to start with you. Now, I have a son who's an RA, so I know how important rectors are here at Notre Dame. How do you carry out your mission?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think we carry out our mission of living in community and making Notre Dame such a special place by wearing lots of different hats. We do the administrative things. We live in the midst of the community. We work with students through good, through bad. We do team building. We do fun events. We're their cheerleader. We're their counselor. and we also make sure they have a bed that they can sleep in.
Right.
So
Well,
we do lots of different fun things.
Very important.
That's
and
right.
Katie, I understand you're relatively new to this role. So
Yes.
what have been some of your favorite experiences that you can share with our audience?
Sure. I've just really enjoyed getting to know the girls, helping to develop my staff. I oversee 8 seniors who serve as resident assistants and 2 graduate students who serve as assistant rectors. And I've enjoyed getting to know them and training them to be leaders in the hall. And then also seeing what creative endeavors the students come up with. So for instance, in February, we held LHAP, the Lewis House of Pancakes, and opened up all of our kitchens, served a different breakfast food on every floor. And the girls just had a great time. They were very spirited. It was a lot of energy. And we raised a lot of money for the Food Bank of Northern Indiana.
So certainly a lot of responsibility, but a lot of fun too, it sounds
Yes.
like. And Father Pete, you're the Director of Rector Recruiting. What does it take to be a rector at Notre Dame?
You know, Katie and Margaret spoke quite a bit about this already in terms of the personality, the demeanor that you need to have. My thing that I always look for when I'm talking with candidates is this: do they have the capacity to love students? Are they going to be willing to love them in all different types of situations and moments and environments? And if they can do that, most of the things can be taught. But it's this real willingness to meet students where they're at and to care for them in that way, to give them a sense of home here at Notre Dame, which is in many ways the X factor that we look for.
Okay, now it's been a while since my brother was a student here and I was at St. Mary's. So
Sure.
Father Pete, how has this role changed as a rector over time?
That's a great question. We've seen this role change in considerable ways, but the focus remains the same. And so the types of people who are coming into the role look a little bit differently. When Notre Dame was an all-male institution and all the priests ran each and every hall, it has evolved. Certainly Notre Dame then goes co-ed in the 1970s, and we begin to bring women's religious in to run our halls. And more recently, we've had a number of lay men and women who are passionate about this type of work entering into the rector role. And it's been neat to see this role evolve and to think about the rector community. We have 31 rectors, 29 of which are undergraduate. And there's a variety of priests, brothers, sisters, lay men and women that all come together with the same purpose and focus, which is to continue this extraordinary mission of caring for our students, building these homes, these communities that mean so much to them.
Yeah, and you have such an impact on their lives, and anybody who wants to jump in here, but how do you stay connected with them, because you do form such great friendships after they graduate?
We do it in a variety of different ways. So there's the personal relationships where students just send emails or cards, or thank God for social media sometimes, right, with Facebook and being able to track and know where they're living. As a dorm, we have a Howard Hall alumni newsletter that we send out once every couple months. Just, this is what we're doing, this is what we're thinking of. For the month of November, our chapel and our liturgy is really important to us. So we send out an email to all of our alums asking if they had prayer intentions, and we pray for them during our masses and during things. So we do things using that listserv, inviting them back for events, inviting them back. We invited them to watch today as the Howard Hall Ducks are competing right now outside. So yeah, so we do things like that, as well as the personal relationships and just tracking and finding out where their lives are.
All right, well, thank you all very much for joining us today, and thank you for all you do for our sons and daughters of Notre Dame. Very admirable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And coming up, I'm going to be talking with Notre Dame's Executive Vice President, Dr. John Affleck-Graves. But for now, we're going to go live where reporter Justine Ward is standing by with one of Notre Dame's most decorated student groups. Justine?
All right, thank you, Maureen. I am standing here at the live performance stage, which has been set up in the LaFortune Student Center. If you're just joining us, we have been bringing you live entertainment throughout this Notre Dame Day broadcast, and we have another performance for you right now with third-time All-Ireland champions, the Notre Dame and St. Mary's Irish Dance Team. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Mary Kate. She is the president of the Irish Dance Team. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so happy to be here.
3 championships in Belfast, Ireland, consecutive, I might add. How does it feel?
It feels great. It was really such a great experience to be able to go over to Ireland and represent Notre Dame and St. Mary's, and just to come back with the gold made it that much better.
Now, I am a former Irish dancer myself. Why don't you tell those at home what is unique about Irish dance?
So Irish dancing, it's very, it's aerobic, but you also have to look beautiful while you're doing it. So that's the hard part. You have to keep your body straight and your arms mostly at your sides while moving your legs extremely fast.
Now today, take a look at these shoes right here. We're going to be doing a soft shoe forehand reel. Is that correct? Tell me a little bit about what you're going to perform today.
So the forehand is a traditional Irish dance that's done in competition. It's a team dance, and it is done in regional, national competitions all over. So it's the same wherever you go.
All right, well, congratulations on all your success, ladies. And as my Irish dance teacher used to tell me, off you go. Good luck. You see why they're world champions. Big round of applause. All right, with that, Terry, I'll send it back to you in our Notre Dame Day studio.
All right, thank you very much, Justine. Just a wonderful performance, and it's easy to see why they've won so many awards.
Exactly. And when we come back, I'll be interviewing Dr. John Affleck-Graves. He's the Executive Vice President of the University of Notre Dame. He's also overseeing a lot of the work on campus, the Crossroads Project around Notre Dame Stadium. So we're going to take a look at what University President Father John Jenkins has called the most audacious building project in the history of the University of Notre Dame.
At Notre Dame, we never let convention limit our dreams. We know that buildings lay a foundation for achievement. We have an audacious goal to bring academics, athletics, and student life together, to awaken a sleeping giant, to maximize its potential beyond 6 Saturdays a year, to infuse it with life and learning every day, building an unsurpassed on-campus student experience. Competition is alive in scholarship and the pursuit of truth. It is marked by trial and triumph. These aspects of university life will find new meaning here, in keeping with the spirit of Notre Dame.
The magic of Notre Dame is to see possibilities where none existed before, to see connections where people only saw fragmentation. This is the most audacious building project the University of Notre Dame has ever undertaken. We simply refuse to dream small.
We dare to be uncommon. We dream boldly because we are Notre Dame.
We are proud to welcome Dr. John Affleck-Graves, Notre Dame's Executive Vice President. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Wonderful to be with you.
Grand undertaking. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started at Notre Dame.
Well, you know, I wasn't a Notre Dame undergrad because I was born in the most beautiful city in the world, Cape Town, South Africa, and had the opportunity in 1986 to come to Notre Dame and teach, and taught finance for many years. Loved my students, had a chance to teach at the undergraduate and the graduate level, but really probably fell most in love with Notre Dame when my two daughters came to Notre Dame. And my oldest daughter and her roommate married roommates from Soren Hall, and have been lifetime friends. They both all graduated in '99. So that's a little bit of my Notre Dame background.
That's
it's a wonderful place to be.
Well, kids will always pull you into the Notre Dame spirit.
And I think it's a time when you really realize what a wonderful community it is, the support they get, the love they get, the friends they make, you know, across the faculty members, the rectors, their student body.
And you mentioned you were a professor first, but
Yes.
now you're the Executive Vice President.
Yes.
How do you stay connected to the students?
You know, it's hard, and you know, we're here for the students. So I try to have regular lunches with a subset of students. I just ask a random subset of students to come and have lunch with me. They sometimes feel a little intimidated.
Sure.
But it's wonderful. We sit around and we talk about what they find exciting, what their problems are, what they're enjoying. And then I still teach. So I teach in the fall semester, and that gives me a little bit of contact. But it's not as much as you would hope for.
Yeah, that's great.
But
well, there have been so many changes here at Notre Dame. I mean, people who haven't been here in 10 years drive in and they don't even think they're on the same campus with the Eddy Street Commons and changes. But tell us about this upcoming Campus Crossroads project.
Well, of course, we're very excited about Campus Crossroads project because it's the largest construction project we'll have done on campus in the history of the university. But just three wonderful facilities: a student center, which will have everything for students, from recreational space, coffee house, place where they can have some other food, a place where they can study, career center. And then on the south end of the stadium, our new music building. And so wonderful to have sacred music in that space associated with the stadium. And then on the far side, digital media center. You know, and you think of the future, these kids, the kids who are studying here now are going to face it's a digital world.
Yeah.
So an ability to have little studios where they can make their own presentations and put in video and other sources of digital material, and in anthropology and psychology.
And it's really nice that this whole complex is going to involve so many different fields.
Absolutely. And you know, I think the Crossroads project, for that reason, the crossroads of our academic life, our athletic life, our student life, music, all in one facility. Just a great project for us.
Okay, so what is the timeline on this project? Because it's a big undertaking.
It is. It's enormous. Bigger than I think we thought when we started. And so the timeline is we will start at the end of a football season, and then it'll take 33 months. So in that way, we'll only be constructing over 2 seasons. So very tough to be able to start the end of this season. Small chance we may be able to, but probably at the end of next football season.
That's pretty impressive, though, for a project so large.
It is, and a lot of people work very hard on it.
Do you think this project is going to impact students for generations to come? How far do you see it going?
You know, I think it will. You know, and one of the things that we're proud of at Notre Dame is to create this concept where you don't go to the academic buildings for class, and you go to your dorm for fun, you go to the basilica for your spirituality. The concept that you do the same things in all parts of your life. So to have a complex where students have student center, they have rec, they have classes, they meet with their friends, they have some coffee, all of that integrated, that all of those aspects of their life are integrated. And that's why we're so pleased that sacred music, you know, is in the building too, because it brings all of those dimensions of being at Notre Dame together.
It's fabulous. Did you pattern this after anything you had seen anywhere else in the U.S.?
No, you know, we haven't seen it anywhere else. Some people have used parts of a stadium for administrative buildings, but you know, we had this concept of integrating the student life and the academic life into the complex.
Very good. Now, one last question. How do you think the football team's going to do this year?
Football team's going to go 12-0.
All right. All right. Thank you very much,
you.
Dr. John Affleck-Graves, for taking the time to speak with us today and being part of this 29-hour global celebration. And now we're going to pitch it back to Justine for the Residence Hall competition. And Justine, I understand you're there with the ladies of Baden Hall and Howard Hall.
Yes, Maureen, that's right. I've recruited 2 new friends. We have the Howard Ducks and the Baden Bullfrogs, and it's time for another tug of war competition. So you guys ready? You want to go join your teams? Right. Okay. Yeah. So over here we have Baden, and over here we have Howard. Here they go. Well, that was a quick one. It's going to the Baden Bullfrogs. Alrighty, and what's your name?
I'm Sam.
Sam, you just beat your neighbor, Howard Hall. How does it feel?
Fantastic.
And why is Baden the best storm here at Notre Dame?
Why isn't Baden the best storm at Notre Dame?
Well, there you go. Very quick victory for the ladies of Baden Hall here on North Quad. I'll send it back to you in the studio for another round of competition between these 2 ladies. Let's see who's going to take it. Back to you.
All right, Justine, thanks a lot. We have some ladies from Howard and Baden Halls in the studio now for a slightly different feat of skill. It's called Heads Up. We played it in our last hour. It's from the Ellen DeGeneres Show, made popular by here. Each residence hall has a 2-person team. One team member will hold up the app over their head. The other will have to give clues so that their teammate can guess the word on the screen. And when you guess correctly, you flip the app down to get a new clue. You can also flip the app up to skip a word. And first of all, though, please introduce yourself, ladies.
I'm Casey Gelchin, and I'm from Baden Hall. I'm Corinne Sullivan, and I'm also from Baden.
Okay, where are you from in this country?
South Bend.
Oh,
actually.
wonderful.
Yep. And I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay, so you know how this goes. You've got 60 seconds. Are you ready to play?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, that's okay. We had a little issue with this last time, too. Okay, so get ready.
Okay, basketball.
Jack. Or Joyce Athletic Center.
The person.
Oh,
okay.
Joy.
Okay, alley. Parties, alley.
Alumni.
Yeah. Pray, light a candle.
The Grotto.
West Quad, girls' dorm.
McGlynn. Ryan.
Okay.
I don't know. Pass.
Set. Okay. Women's basketball coach.
Muffin McGraw.
We were there for hip hop night.
Legends.
Coach basketball men's
Mike
a while
Bray.
ago. He was here, wore a flower.
Digger Phelps.
You're always there for practice. For
Loftus.
basketball.
Loftus, the Goog. Joyce Athletic Center again.
Oh. No. Matt lives there.
No. Which Matt? Oh, okay.
Okay, ladies from Baden Hall.
Welsham.
You did pretty well. Now, Howard was supposed to be here, right? Anybody from Howard? Here they are.
They're over here.
Okay, come on over, ladies, and
All
we'll
right, we
introduce
got
yourself.
6, so.
You got 6. Okay. You did very well. You want to hand the iPad over to the ladies from Howard. So tell us who you are, where you're from, what's your major?
Okay. My name is Kelly Griffith. I'm from Howard Hall. I'm a political science major, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Hi, my name is Krista Roberts, and I'm also from Howard Hall. I'm studying theology and biology, and I'm from Sacramento, California.
Oh, wow. And you came here for our weather.
I did.
Brave young lady. Okay, so are you ready to get started?
Sure. Yes, we were ready.
Have you practiced?
Yes, all night last night.
Oh, did you? Good for you. Okay, so you got 60 seconds. Get ready? And go.
He's a really popular business professor. He's really funny. Okay, switch. I didn't know. It's a place we don't eat at.
North Dining Hall.
Yes. Just switch. Next one. Okay, so it's a girls' dorm, and there's 2 of them. And there's two of them, but one is one direction, one is the other direction, you know what I mean? They're the squirrels or something like that. Okay, just next one, next one.
Tip it a little more.
Oh, it's outside of our dorm. It's the big
South Quad.
Yes. It just won dorm of the year, hall of the year. It's a boys' dorm, next to Stanford. Next to Stanford.
Keenan.
Yes. It won girls' dorm of the year. It's really new.
Ryan.
Yes.
Okay, time's up. How many did you get, ladies? 3. 3? Okay, well then. So our congratulations go to Baden Hall. Thanks for playing our game, though. That was a lot of fun. I'm sure you entertained a lot of people worldwide.
Thank you.
And before we wrap up, we're going to go for this hour to check in with reporter Justine Ward at the Notre Dame Social Media Command Center. Justine?
Thank you so much, Maureen. Yeah, Baden Hall just really dominating this hour. We've been tracking all of your tweets, your Instagram, everything. We have it right here at the headquarters for #ND Day. We have my buddies, Mark and John. What's new this hour?
Great, thank you. There's a lot going on out there in social media and on Notre Dame Day. First, we want to thank everybody for participating, both here on campus and across the globe. Thank you so much for all you're doing for Notre Dame and for coming through on social media, watching our broadcast, and of course, giving and voting. Now, don't forget, you can go to NotreDameDay.nd.edu, find the big green button, give and vote, make your gift, and then you get your 3 votes to try to drive through some winners of our $250,000 challenge. So thank you very much for what you've done so far. You've got 11 hours left to get those votes in, so don't forget to come through and do that. Also, if you are here on campus, stop by the Social Media Lounge in La Fortune. We've got refreshments, food, drink, and you can come hang out and watch our social media streams go through. Now, let me pass you on to Jonathan, who's going to take you through some of what's going on out there in the social space. Jonathan, what's going on?
Thank you, Mark. Thanks again to everybody who's tuning in to Notre Dame Day from around the globe. We're so happy to have you with us. We're so happy to see so many people reaching out, making votes for the areas of their Notre Dame experience that mean the most to them. That's what we're here for. We're here for you to connect with those areas that mean a lot to you and cast those votes for a portion of our $250,000 challenge fund. Take you guys on a trip with social media here. We have our Instagram pick wall. People are using the hashtag NDDay on Instagram. They're taking pics on campus, around the country of how they're celebrating Notre Dame Day. Send your stuff to us via Instagram. Use the hashtag NDDay. Also, on campus today, we have a closest to the pin tournament at the Burke Golf Course. That's the 9-hole course over on the west side of campus. So show up there today. Closest to the pin challenge, and there's challenge funds at stake for that as well. Finally, Baden and Howard, they're at it this hour. You saw that great tug of war challenge with our furry friend mascots there. I hear it's close with the votes. What are you hearing, Sarah?
Well, there's a lot to update on the Residence Hall Challenge. Baden is up by 7 over Howard. Last hour, it was St. Ed's with the win over Zom. And then the dorms are just killing it all over on the leaderboard challenge. Farley's Finest is chasing down Morrissey Manor, which is in the lead. And then another vote leader, we have women's rowing coming in really strong. So what's up for the next hour?
All right. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Jonathan and Mark. Keep it up on social media, guys, with all the ND love. We love hearing from you guys here in the Social Media Command Center from the Notre Dame family. And again, the celebrations here live at Notre Dame are only just beginning, so let's take a look at what's coming up next hour. We have the Dean of the School of Architecture here on set. We're going to chat with him. We also have ND Professor Amy Bucolato, and then we also have Tom McFarland from the class of 1986. And finally, I will be back out on North Quad for another tug of war. This time, it's Keenan Hall and Stanford Hall battling it out on their home turf, so it should be pretty interesting. So make sure you keep your browsers here, NotreDameDay.nd.edu. There's still 11 hours left, so we're not going anywhere, so keep it here and stay tuned, and we'll be here back live at the University of Notre Dame at the top of next hour.